The Department of Sport, Arts and Culture is this evening hosting the Inaugural Cultural and Creative Industry Awards. It's with the aim to recognize the brightest stars in the industry. The event will be held at the Sandton Convention Centre. Now, Litha Mpondwana, Media Liaison Officer for the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, is going to be joining us on the line. Litha, good afternoon. Thanks for your time on the SABC at this hour.
Good afternoon, Liesl. Good afternoon to all the viewers as well.
So the countdown to the inaugural Cultural and Creative Industry Awards has begun in just a few hours. The winners, of course, are going to be announced. Talk to us about this initiative that's going to be recognizing creative blood in South Africa.
So it's very fitting, Liesl, that Tyler's come home on the day in which you're hosting the Cultural and Creative Industry Awards. These awards were an idea of the minister when he came into the portfolio last year, asking that the Department has sports awards, but where is something to recognize artists? And so that came through fruition, but also incorporating the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture's master plan on arts, culture, heritage, and also our white paper on arts and culture, which states that artists and cultural practitioners in this country need to be recognized. So this is our way of recognizing artists, giving them that platform where we celebrate them. We reward them for their hard work of doing all the heavy lifting in lifting our country's arts and culture locally and internationally, but also having opportunities for our cultural and creative practitioners to network with each other and to network with people who can help them grow in their respective crafts. So this evening is a big celebration. Sandton, as the minister has stated, will be closed. We're all celebrating the best of our country's creative and cultural practitioners.
Litha, thank you for that. Because we're celebrating groundbreaking creativity and relentless innovation, defining those, of course, that stand out from the best. Talk to us about the nominees. Talk to us about the categories for this year's edition.
So, with other awards in the arts and culture sectors, they tend to be awards that focus on a particular genre. For example, you'd have music awards, you'd have film or literature awards. What is different and what is game-changing about the Cultural and Creative Industry Awards is that they're all encompassing. They all have, these awards have categories relating to audiovisual, to film, to music, to literature, even heritage. So we're bringing together the length and breadth of the country's cultural and creative sector, and just putting them all together and just lifting the country's cultural and creative sector and acknowledging the work that they've been doing locally and internationally in raising our country's flag high, but also in lifting our country's mood, because we do know the role and the importance of the arts and culture sectors in terms of promoting our national unity as well as cohesion.
Yeah. Okay, so you're speaking about inclusivity and reflecting a broad range of the industry. Talk to us about the prize money as well. And how do you respond to criticism about, the prize money that's going to be given to those who already have? How do you, as the department, also aim to support the industry, at large from, grassroots levels, also post-COVID?
So the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, it has many interventions which support the arts and culture sector, and the particular focus has been supporting those from grassroots level. There are several engagements, initiatives where the department is supporting grassroots arts and culture practitioners. There are some who have been nominated today, but also one of the precursors of the show today, there will be an exhibition from our Beautiful Things initiative, which is an initiative at the department which supports up-and-coming artists. So they'll be exhibiting their work there too. But that shows just the department is not just one which rewards already established arts and culture practitioners. It's important to recognize those who are established, but we're also doing a lot of work in focusing at grassroots level. And what we're doing as well with these awards, we thought we'd have this platform where we unify the sector by having all those who've been doing the work and lifting our country's arts and culture sectors locally and internationally, but also having those who are also upcoming, also recognizing these awards, because that's a big that's a big explanation as to how we are trying to unify the arts and culture sector, which is a big priority of this department.
Okay, so it sounds like there are active steps as well. Thank you for touching on that. I just want to wrap up and look at South Africa and the global sphere. I mean, this platform is looking at how we benchmark South Africa's creative achievements against global standards. Talk to us about South Africa's contribution to the world stage, promoting, what's loudly and proudly South African.
So, Akidis Tyler is an example, being our latest Grammy Award winner. But over time, our country's arts and culture, our country's arts and culture sectors have done so much to promote our country internationally. You've seen over the years the accomplishment of many musicians, actors in film, our literature, our writers, our fashion and textile designers, all doing so much just to showcase what South Africa is all about to the world. For example, you see some of our fashion and textile nominees for these awards this evening. We're recognizing the likes of Oladuma Ngogolo or Rich Nisi, who've done the work in just showcasing South African textiles to international audiences and serving as an inspiration internationally and for internationals to know what is happening in South Africa. So the arts play a big role in terms of promoting tourism for our country, artistic tourism, also in sports. But so we're working a lot just to use the arts and culture, just to build our national identity, just to serve as an encouragement as well, to lift our country's mood. Because you see what happens when our artists, our creative and cultural artists do so well internationally, how much that lifts the mood. You saw just how Taylor has been received as she's come back home. So our artists play a big role just in supporting our government interventions, just to lift our mood locally and internationally, but also just to boost our tourism by selling our art and culture to the international world.
Well, they're the storytellers, they're the healers of our nation. They're obviously representing us and reflecting who we are, as you mentioned, in relation to our national identity and heritage. The clock is ticking. We wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for joining us on the SABC at this hour. The countdown to those awards, of course, taking place at the Sandton Convention Centre. Litha Mpondwana, Media Liaison Officer for the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, weighing in. Best of luck to all those who have been nominated in the various categories tonight.